Wow. That was possibly the longest hour and a half of my life.
Do you reckon?
Rampage is shit.
Say hello to member number 3. So,
Get in.
So Jack,
I'm the star of this show.
Got your message about George, you okay?
I don't know.
George? It's okay.
Is Amir, is he considerably bigger?
No, he's definitely bigger. I need to find someone who knows exactly what the hell this thing is.
I found her. No, that's a lie. Technically, she found us.
What's happening to my friend?
Are you familiar with genetic editing?
So Jack, we just watched Rampage.
Yeah, we did.
Based on a 1987 video game, Rampage is the next B-movie blockbuster to attack the genre of big monsters smash things. After a science experiment in space goes terribly wrong, 3 animals are exposed to a newly created pathogen that acts like steroids on steroids and makes them extremely big and extremely angry. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson stars as a primatologist / action man who must run, fight, fly and cliché his way all across America in order to save his infected gorilla buddy and downtown Chicago. And yes, you heard me right at the start. This is based off a video game, so if you're expecting an Oscar contender, you're wrong.
So yeah, the premise is, for anyone who still doesn't understand, the film is based off a video game from the 90s?
Right, isn't it?
80s? I'll insert it here. And the premise of the video game is, I do believe you play as a gorilla or a wolf beast or a crocodile, and you destroy cities.
Basically what it is. It's a better game of destruction.
Yeah, so in that sense, the film's got it right.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, like the CGI was bang on, I thought.
Did you?
I thought was going to be the main problem with this film. I thought the CGI was going to be real poor. But the way they got the monkey, the gorilla, sorry.
Gorilla. They're
George.
different.
George.
He's not a monkey.
Sorry.
He's a big white gorilla.
Did you not think the CGI was great then?
No, I thought some bits were damn awful.
Like what?
The gorilla, half the time, he looked like a man in a suit.
Oh yeah, that bit.
Yeah, but at the end, his hand, the green screen, balls.
Yeah.
That looked really good.
That's what I'm saying. The destruction assets of the CGI, the buildings and all that, it looks great. But it takes about an hour to get into that.
Yeah, but that's the whole premise of the film, isn't it?
Yeah.
The film is we're going to destroy a city.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the start.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoyed the start. That opening scene, I really enjoyed. It reminded me very much of, have you seen Life with Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan
I've
Reynolds?
seen bits of it, yeah.
It reminded me of that because... Spoilers? Is it spoilers? It's the first 5 minutes of the film, so it's not spoilers. Basically, as you know from the trailers, all the beasts have got to get massively big freaks.
Yeah.
So it's some experiments, as always, gone wrong, and they happen in space, and they crash land into the Earth, and the monkey...
Gorilla!
The gorilla, the wolf, and the alligator? Crocodile?
Do you know the difference between crocodiles and alligators?
No.
The crocodiles you'll see in a while.
Don't.
And alligators you see later.
Alligators are in Egypt, aren't they? It's probably a crocodile because it's. Is it Florida?
It's not the Gulf of Mexico. It's Mexico, isn't it?
I don't. This is what I don't understand. These creatures are bloody massive, and this stuff scatters all over USA.
Yeah.
Because they're in San Diego, they're in the Gulf of Mexico,
yeah,
they're in the
Gulf of
middle,
Mexico, yeah.
and they have to get to Chicago.
I know, yeah.
They're literally all. And we're not from America, but I'm pretty sure it's a big place. Back to the scene.
Mm-hmm. The very first scene.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Liked it.
I liked it.
Because...
Did you see how brutal it was at the You missed the very start, didn't you?
This is what I'm saying. It was brutal. You got floating hands.
Yeah.
You got dead bodies. You got debris.
Thing with the thing in his eye? You missed that, didn't you?
Oh, no, I missed that.
I thought you did.
Oh.
There was a body flying and there was literally a spike sticking out his eyeball,
It was horrendous.
through his head.
It was like a horror film. It was like Alien or Life or any insert sci-fi film with creature on space station.
Yeah.
It was that.
Let's go a little bit forward to the horrendous first scene.
Oh, Jumanji. The film is tonally all over the shop.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
1 minute it's more brutal than you would expect, completely.
And
the next minute they're laughing and joking and
fist bumping a gorilla.
Yeah. You and I laughing at your joke. New guy, he no laugh.
I don't know who this film's made for because anyone who plays the Rampage game knows that it's probably balls. So you're not going to make a film of it.
Yeah.
If it's for kids, then why is it so brutal and dark at the start?
Especially in the
and
first
some
scene,
bits,
yeah.
you get people torn in half. You get people getting shot. In some bits, I was like, "Whoa, this could be a horror film." Didn't understand that. Comedy balls. We'll just put it out there. Complete and utter balls.
So ill-timed and just
It
not...
was just poor.
Not, just not the right place to put things. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean tonally. It's all over the shop because you'll go from people getting ripped in half by monsters to people laughing and joking and we're having a fun time. It's a bit of a comedy. It's like, do you want to be...
Oh, the gorillas pranked me again. You know what I mean?
It's like, do you want to be Kong Skull Island where everyone's dying? Or are you trying to be like a Transformers where it's destruction but...
Brain candy is what I like to call it, where you can just watch it and be like,
Because
you know
that's
what
kind of what it
zone
comes at the end, isn't it? Second scene, Jumanji. We're introduced to possibly the worst characters I have seen this year.
What do they even do? What's the point? What is the point of them?
I don't understand the point of the girl. I don't understand the point of the lad or his friend, because after the first 10 minutes we're introduced to him.
Don't see him again?
Never see him again.
It's ridiculous.
The Rock's basically the Rock that he is in every film.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can do everything.
It's literally, yeah. We're not going to go through the film scene by scene because that'd just be ridiculous. But what we are trying to say is, like, he establishes this friendship with this gorilla, and like you say, he's just unstoppable by the end of the film. I think he walks weird.
He's a bit of a one-trick. Wouldn't you walk weird if you were that big?
Yeah, but like
his balls are in his chin. They're chafing.
Yeah, but he's sort of like, I don't know, he walks quite feminine for such a big guy.
Yeah, but I think that's just because he's that big.
Yeah.
When he walks, it looks like he's walking feminine.
Yeah.
But the rest of him is just humongous.
He's a big old boy.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy.
He's a big old
he's
boy.
that big. He doesn't look stupidly small when he's fighting CGI monsters.
Yeah.
You could scale him up and you'd be like, another CGI monster?
Stop me, oh, somebody stop me, stop me, stop me, please, somebody stop me, stop.
It doesn't, because he is stereotypical action man, and the niche for this film, to make it a bit different, is have action man with a gorilla,
Giant gorilla
fight stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's literally the premise.
Ready to do this, buddy?
We've got to prime saturation rock, I feel.
It's like you say, it's the same as sort of Arnie, isn't it? You know, you look at him as Arnie as being a bodybuilder, like the best bodybuilder ever, and then The Rock as a wrestler. You know what I mean? As us as kids, sort of idolise him as that,
Yeah.
And then they go to acting, and you can just see them crumble. You know what I mean? As you grow up, and
Well,
they're
because
just
they can't act. Because you could have took The Rock out of this film and put him as The Rock in Jumanji, where he's a video game character,
yeah.
and you would not tell the difference, because this guy is unkillable. Spoilers, he gets shot, and I bled more when I cut my finger on a tin of tuna yesterday.
A what?
A tin of tuna.
A kinakuma.
A kid. One of them. This isn't even a kids' film because it's dark.
Kids.
It's dark, and there's swearing, and there's kind of sex jokes, which are so weirdly placed.
Really
Weirdly placed. It's like there's a joke for. They've tried to cater for everyone and satisfy no one because your whole premise is shit. Sidetrack. We meet The Rock. He's great. Mm-hmm. We meet side characters. Exposition. Mm-hmm. They disappear because we don't need them. We meet our doctor character.
Oh, God.
And
who will not shut up about her stupid job. I know everything. We've got to go here. I used to work for this, and this is what we do. We need the antidote from here.
Exposition, yeah. It's
Christ on a bike, man.
This film is a series of scenes where characters walk in, say some exposition about what they're doing and why, or it's a series of characters walking in and then conveniently, for the sake of the plot, having the answer. I think I counted cliches and I gave up after 10. Story by Ryan Engel.
Ryan Engel. But have a day off, mate.
Ryan Engel, okay. Directed by... Okay, we'll do the direct... You know what, it's not directed that badly. It's not anything, is it?
Who wrote the script? Who was the screenwriter?
That's what I'm looking for.
What's his name again?
Oh, screenplay...
Take it back.
Okay, this might be...
I meant him. Yeah,
this might be why, because we've got story by Ryan Engel.
I'll stand by my word. Have a day off.
No hyperlink on Wikipedia. That's not a good start. Screenplay, wait for it, by Ryan Engel.
Ryan.
Carlton Cussy. Carlton Cuss. Nah. Ryan J. Condell. And Adam Sozical.
Adam Sozical. All of them people.
How did 4 people write this film?
And you still it up.
Do you think they walked away and said, right, okay, the company meeting, and they're all sat there and they're going, how can we make money? Okay, we've got a video game. That's a good tick, tick, tick. We don't have to think of anything. Right, okay, right. I'm Ryan in this situation. You're the other 3.
Okay.
Right, okay. I've got a story, because I stole it from a video game. So what I need from you is, give me a list of all the cliches you can think of, all 3 of you, and we'll just use them fucking all. Because this film has got all the cliches.
We've got The Rock, cheesy actor cliche lines, and destruction of big animals.
More about our mate Ryan.
It's not good, is it?
Well, what do you think after watching Rampage?
Yeah,
okay. Oh, he's been a director. Oh, it's a short film, doesn't matter. Right, okay. He has been a writer on A Clear Day, no image on IMDb.
Shock.
East of West, no image on IMDb. Screenplay, okay, this is his first screenplay. Not Rampage, this film, I'm going to tell you. Non-Stop with Liam Neeson. The train one? The train one?
Yeah.
The plane one? The plane one.
No, the train one.
No, the plane one. Air Marshal Bloody Bloop. He's on a plane and he can't stop the plane. Right. Next up.
Just like Speed.
Yeah, but it's a plane. You've seen it. Liam Neeson's the new. Air Marshal springs into action during a transatlantic flight after receiving a series of text messages.
Just stop.
The next screenplay on his list, he has 3 credited so far that have been out. Non-Stop is first. Rampage is third. Second, The Commuter. starring none other than Liam Neeson again.
Fuck me.
As a businessman is caught up in a criminal conspiracy during his daily commute home. He's copied and pasted his first script and changed the fucking plane for a train? Ryan,
mate.
you're better than this.
Ryan. At least the airstrike timing was on point.
It was. Props to the people because they had a countdown.
Airstrike coming in.
Yep.
They said 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
I started my timer. This is no joke. Started time in the middle of the cinema. What did it land on?
It was about
9.5 minutes.
9.5. But
We'll take it.
there was some slow-mo. And
There
there
was,
was shots of people, other people in other places doing things that could have been happening at the same time. So it's about 8 minutes. Props, well done.
Yeah, well done.
Because some films will say, Fast and Furious, endless runway.
Ridiculous.
Remember that?
Don't
It's
even get me
about-
started
It's
on Fast
about
and
3
Furious.
hours long. So we've established stories, balls. Characters are one note. You have Hero Rock. You have love interest that he's going to fall in love with because she's the only woman in the film.
Yeah. She's a doctor and she helped him save the world.
Who conveniently is the one person who knows how to save the planet.
Even though she doesn't work for that company, she still knows more than people who work at that company.
Yes, and
about saving the world.
And she was fired and
2 years ago as
2
well?
years ago and sent to jail, but she can still get in the building, knows where everything is. And
and security doors. The Rock can
security-
just kick them straight off, apparently.
And she can smash them.
And she can smash 'em.
Apparently, high-tech labs that make
Antidotes for massive overgrown animals.
basically nuclear weapons can just be smashed with a punch.
They just keep them in a single plane room.
So if you've got any labs out there and you think you want some stuff, give it a punch.
Or stool. Oh no, I didn't break it with a stool, did it?
No,
Oh no, so it was a screwdriver. Oh, it's gone.
Whatever. Just throw a fucking bottle at him.
We'll just get the Rock to flat-foot it.
You got any big mates? Bosh. In you go, steal what you want. This film is so stupid.
It is ridiculous.
You just got to buy into everything.
Off.
It's like We Can Survive. Conveniently, a plane is crashing and I conveniently am an ex-army officer for some reason because the plot dictates. So I know how to put on a parachute and you can put on a parachute. Even though you're a doctor, you know how to use a parachute.
Yeah, I use a parachute.
I don't know about you, but if I was in a falling plane and someone threw me a parachute and then said, "Let go!" and I went flying out the back, you'd see me 10 minutes later as a fucking splat on the floor.
Oh, mate. Probably that's what I wrote down. The one I forgot. When they're parachuting out the plane, and they've got the shot.
face.
Mate, it looks like a thumb. It looks like a thumb parachuting down from the sky. It's the worst shot. Whose idea is it to stick a cam on his chest?
It was here.
Facing up at him
Because
with his big bald head.
the one gorilla we have like a 2-minute long scene with.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about him. What happened to him?
What happened to everyone at the zoo? Nothing. That's what happened. They just said, moving along.
We only care about this albino one.
Yeah, fuckers. Gorillas, I don't know if they eat people. Do they eat people?
I think they're just sort of.
Well, that's what he does throughout the film, until it comes to the point where he has to eat the toxin that will save the day.
It's not even on her. It's even in her bag.
Convenient, yeah, but for convenience sake, we've got one toxin, Dr. Superhero, no, Rock Superhero, Dr. Convenience, has one serum left to save the day in her hand. And King Kong is about to smush him if he doesn't get the toxin.
No,
So-
hang on. George, not King Kong. Wrong film.
Bing bong.
George. His name's George.
Yes, I know his name's George, because The Rock says it a million times.
George!
Bing bong needs the toxin to save the day.
Yeah.
Because Bing Bong's good, because The Rock can speak to Bing Bong through sign language, and the others are just wild animals. So yeah, Jesus Christ, the bad guys. They're literally, if they had a mustache, they would be twirling it. They are so cartoonishly bad and stupid and just the worst.
Reminds me of Team Rocket from Pokemon.
Yes, yes, that's a good point. Yeah, and unfortunately, she didn't get smacked into oblivion. Because she's about to kill Dr. Convenience, and Dr. Convenience has the potion. How are we going to get Bing Bong to eat the potion? Bing Bong, who just smashed the shit out of a city. I know what we'll do. I'll put it in a bag for safekeeping, and I'll give her a little nudge.
Say, oi, George.
And say, oi, bingo. And for some reason, because...
Even though he's still a baddie, the Rock can still go...
Yeah, even though, Bing Bong's bad at this point because he's mad. He's not bad, he's mad.
He's mad. He's mad bad.
For some reason, he decides to eat her.
Not just like, he's full on...
Yeah, full on. I mean, who eats like that?
But this is the thing, it wasn't
And the suitcase with a potion conveniently
stays round her arm.
goes 500 feet in the air on top of the world's tallest building.
This woman's not letting that bag go. So I might be eaten by a massive gorilla here, but there's one thing for certain: I am keeping this bag. Probably. I am not letting go of this bag.
Typical woman.
You know,
bloody bags. Probably Prada.
Yeah, I'm keeping this. I'm dying with it.
Do you know how much this cost me? How many times did I say to you, why is he not getting bigger?
Yeah.
Because
Wolfo's a unit.
Wolfo's like 100 times bigger than a normal wolf. And Croco is like 1,000 times bigger than a crocodile.
He took up the whole building.
But Bing Bong is like 10 times bigger.
He's not.
Do this, buddy?
If it was a normal to scale gorilla, crocodile, wolfo diagram, he's barely grown.
I wouldn't say barely, but
well, in
comparison, yeah.
The end is basically if King Kong. If you
it just reeks of Kong Island.
Yeah.
What's it called? Skull Island.
Kung Skull Island.
Kong Island Skull.
Skull Kong. Well, Kong looks a lot better than Bing Bong because Bing Bong looks shit sometimes.
Just put a screenshot,
doesn't he?
A what?
Bing Bong looks shit compared to King Kong.
Yeah, King Kong would beat his ass.
Well, yeah.
So he just reeks of everything about King Kong.
I feel like King Kong did well, and
I really enjoyed King Kong Skull Island. Go and watch that instead of Rampage.
Anyway, I feel like this has only been made because you've got what's the one that's just come out? They did the second one. You got Pacific Rim, which is giant monsters fighting robots. You've got King Kong, which is giant monkeys fighting monsters.
And another one come out with Godzilla. I haven't gone Godzilla as well.
Yeah. Godzilla. Then you've got Kong versus Godzilla or whatever, because they're making them all of a clusterfuck.
Apparently.
And the idea that they've taken is people like seeing big monsters smash stuff.
Yeah. Wrong. So, Team Rocket,
the baddies.
So then they set off this signal,
and they hire Joe. Is it Joe Manganiello?
The badass.
Yeah, Deathstroke. He's the new Deathstroke.
Yeah,
or will be if they ever make that film. When Team Rocket are watching them through the cameras, that can see everything in the world.
Apparently.
Convenience. These cameras,
keyword.
They have the ability to see drones, the news, the camera 3 in Lab 74 on floor 54.
Apparently,
because we want to look at that one.
Hang on. Someone just kicked a flat-footed door through.
Yeah,
I better check the cameras to see who that is.
But that is the exact same scene, static and all, army men as the new Jurassic Park when they all get killed by the Indominus Rex. So baddies, because they've basically messed everything up. Their plan is to
send out some sort of distress signal calling all beasts over 9 foot to recoil.
Was it over 9 foot?
No, I was just.
Oh, was that a joke?
It was just.
Would I have known with this film? So conveniently, they set off a signal to bring the monsters to their building.
Yeah.
So that they can kill them.
Well, I think the original plan was.
Was that not the plan?
So
they could kill them.
I think
and then they could nick the DNA, and then they meant the money.
I think the original plan was to get them to their building, and then for some reason they thought they'd fight each other when they got there.
And then do what?
I have no idea.
And they stay in the building when there's monsters that destroy literally all of America.
I know the safest
to get
place
to
to
your
be.
The
top of a skyscraper.
That they're coming for. We'll stand next to the signal that we're putting out to call them in, and then wonder why at the last minute we've got to escape.
Oh shit!
The monkey's on the roof.
Fuck off, monkey! So yeah, and then they go up to see this distrignal.
Say it again.
Distress call, or this frequency that's playing on the roof.
They're playing a frequency, aren't they?
Yeah.
A frequency that only the beast. I think it's a frequency that only the monsters that
can hear.
The growth hormone can hear. So clearly that's why the Rock gets dragged there.
Yeah.
Take that, Rocco. I love you, really.
So
he's big, though, isn't he?
So there was he's very big.
Yeah, too big.
So there was a scene where
I've been sniffing some of that stuff.
So there's this one scene where they decide to go and check the beacon out, and the woman from Team Rocket sort of says to the bloke from Team Rocket,
exposition.
She sort of goes, "Oh, what do you think? What do you think the plan is? Well, how would you get rid of these beasts?" Oh. And he goes, "Well, I'd take them to take a chill pill." And she went, "Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do."
And then he
goes, "Yes," in the background. And I don't know, was he taking the piss?
No.
What was that? The actor's way of saying, "I'm going to real get him here"?
I think they told him to be as stupid as possible.
Mate, then he's the best actor ever, because he was shit.
Yeah, but he did it the whole way through, and this is what I mean about tonally, because your bad guys are so cartoonish and stupid and played to. It was almost slapstick.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
like all he had to do was trip over and a whoop, and he had to tread on a thing and bosh. You know what I mean?
Boing.
He was almost that level.
Yeah,
I did see that. The little, oh, I'm so smart.
Just away at the back when he went.
How are they?
Mate, my soul sort of left my body at that point.
So, Jack, after thinking about it, debating about it, watching it, is Rampage 2018 worth a watch?
Rampage 2018 is not worth a watch at all.
So, that's it. We're done. Let's finish these weak ones. We need stronger stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't buy strong enough alcohol for me to review this film.
We need like a bottle of whiskey or something.
Yeah, and down it all.
Yeah,
I hope
shots.
And hope that I just erase Rampage from my memory.
Yeah. So next week we'll be reviewing Truth or Dare in the second episode of our Worth a Watch series. If you enjoyed what you see, then put a comment, subscribe, like. You can find us on Twitter, which is Average Thoughts on Twitter, and anywhere else, just type in Average Thoughts and you'll see us. But until next time, thank you all.